Hello friends, welcome again. This is day 3 of your new coach quick start guide, and today we're going to be talking about discipline and creating a routine that's going to set you up for success. So one of the key concerns that a lot of people have when they consider this coaching business is, will they have time to do the business? We're all busy. I'm a single mum. I run a therapy business alongside this. My upline, she's a busy mum. She also works in a bank, and she also runs a really successful business. Many of us start and have a business, a full-time business running alongside of this business. We've got attorneys, we've got solicitors, we've got accountants. So, don't think that you are the only one with a busy schedule. To be quite honest, successful people are busy people. But the thing that defines successful people and busy people is how they use their time and how they schedule their time. So what I want you to do is imagine if you had invested, like most, if you want to become self-employed, you want to start your own business, most businesses involve some kind of financial investment. The brilliant thing about this business is pretty much you're not really investing anything in it yet. You've bought your challenge pack, but that's for you, that's for your health, and that's for your fitness, for your nutrition. There is the $15 pound month management fee, but when you explore the back office, if you've not already done that yet, you will see the wealth of resources that there are available to you. So for $15 or pounds a month, you have the potential to create a 6-figure business, and a lot of coaches go on to create multiple 7-figure businesses. Now that is like a few years down the line. On that point quickly, I think you can look to be creating a 6-figure business if you do the behaviors consistently, and I went over those in detail yesterday on day 2, the 4 vital behaviors video. If you do those behaviors consistently, you can be looking at a 6-figure business within about 3 to 4 years, a 7-figure business between 4 and 6 years. That's pretty much how it seems to go from all the coaches that I know and also that I've heard about. So, if you want to sort of put those in as your distant goals, then those are the ones to be aiming for. So successful people are busy people, but it's absolutely vital that you manage your time really, really well. So work out the schedule that's going to work best for you. For me personally, I like to get up early and get in an hour of work before the house wakes up. It just suits me really well. It fits in with my schedule really well. I do work from home, so I do have that flexibility. My workout is normally mid-morning. And then I know that when I'm on the way to school, I'm obviously chatting to my children. On the way back, that's when I'm starting to do my personal development. That's normally listening to one of the national wake-up calls, or it might be another, a latest training in one of our Facebook groups that I'm plugging into and listening to. Then when I get back, then that's pretty much my workout. So I have my pre-workout drink, I do my workout, and then get showered, and then I'm back to either clients if I'm running my therapy business that day, or I'm back to working my business and getting my power hour completed. So as I'm in business building mode, I'm spending more than 1 hour a day on the business, but you don't have to dedicate more time to the business in the early days. Get your power hours started, find the consistency with that. So, you find your pockets, whether you do it in 1 hour straight, if that suits you best, or if you're still working in another business and you've got your lunch hour, by the time you've had your lunch, maybe you've got half an hour left, work that half an hour pocket. You might do 20 minutes in the morning before you head off or while you commute to your job, and then you can do some in the evening if that suits you. But work out the schedule that fits your lifestyle best and then stick to it. So get your diary out or a piece of paper, whatever that might be, and write down from when you wake up to when you go to bed how you fill your day, and include things like family time, meal prep time. All these things take time, and I find for me specifically, and I know this a lot of other coaches, when you've got a certain set piece of time, you tend to be much more focused and much more productive because you just get in there and you blitz it. There's no sort of umming and ahhing, or should I have a quick look at that website? Oh, that looks interesting. Get in and do the work. So if you had invested, going back to my original point, say like £100,000 in this business, you would show up every single day to make sure you get your work done because you've invested so much in it. You've got to. If you work for somebody else, you are going to make sure you turn up. If you've got a meeting after work, your boss comes to you and says, hey, I just need an hour with you. You're not going to turn around and say, oh no, I really want to watch my favourite soap opera tonight. You're just not going to do it. We'll apply the same discipline to this business. If you treat this business as a hobby, you will get hobby results. And if you've signed up as a coach and those are the results that you want, that's absolutely fine. That's all well and good. But if you've signed up as a coach and you want to become a business builder and generate a really healthy income from this, you are going to have to be disciplined about the hours that you work. So treat it like a business. Make sure you communicate your needs to your nearest and dearest. So, if you've got kids that are constantly at you, just say to them, you're working now, and in half an hour's time, you will be back with them, or whatever suits you best. Tell your partner, tell your family, so that they can support you. And if they don't necessarily agree with what you're doing, well, wait until you start to get the results, but at least communicate your needs to them so that they can give you some peace and you can get on with your work. If it's a suggestion that might help you, remove yourself from the television, remove yourself from distractions. If listening to music works for you, that's fine. Do what works for you best. I have to work in complete silence because I'm such a squirrel brain. I'll start listening to the lyrics of something and I just cannot focus like that. So I have to be completely quiet. I have to be in a room separate from other distractions, and then I can get on with my work. But so work in the way that suits you best, but be mindful of working in the way that is the most productive for you too. So schedule your work hours, schedule your family time, schedule your workout time, and be realistic about it. And when you're doing those things, so during your family time, be 100% present. Don't be half listening to the kids or half listening to your other half and then thinking, oh, I'm just trying to do some follows. That creates friction within relationships. It'll leave you feeling frazzled. It will leave you feeling like you've not achieved anything. So really, when if you're working a business, work the business. If you're having family time, enjoy the family time. Make sure you are 100% present in those individual sections of your day. And it might be that you create a schedule and you just find it's not working for you. That doesn't matter. Go back to the drawing board, rewrite your schedule, and make sure that you find something that is going to work for you. It takes us all often a little bit of time just to work out the flow that works best. But once you've found it, it becomes really pleasurable to do because that period of time is your work hours. And you get in, you do your job. We'll be focusing much more on, towards the end of this week, about what you actually do in your power hours. So don't be worried about that right now, thinking, well, she keeps mentioning power hour, but I'm not entirely sure what I've got to do. We'll go over that in detail. And also within our group, within our team, we will be doing live power hours together, particularly in your early days, because I want to make sure that you hit the ground running and that you know exactly what you need to do. And if we do it together through a Zoom call, then if you've got any questions, then you can ask me and we can go through it. So we will be scheduling some live power hours in to get you up and running and understanding why you're doing what you're doing and helping you smooth out any kinks that might be in the process for you. So what else did I want to say to you? I would make sure that your work time, if you're able to schedule it, is done during the time of the day that works best for you. For me, I'm a morning person, so I like to get up an hour or an hour and a half earlier because it's quiet and I can just really focus, and I feel like I've really succeeded in strategizing my day really productively. If I've managed to get an hour to an hour and a half of work done, beach body work done, before I have to get breakfast ready for the kids. And then I enjoy my workout more, and then it just makes me feel better when I come back to the business later on. I don't like working late at night. I think most of us struggle with laptop, you know, the blue screen. It does frazzle your brain if you're working on it late at night. So, you know, just be mindful of that. I don't want you to be going to bed feeling because you've been either on your phone or you've been on the laptop and your brain's frazzled. So bear that in mind as well. It might be that you need to just rejig. You might need to start going to bed slightly earlier and getting up slightly earlier if that kind of system works best for you. And I don't want you to get to, say, 6 months down the line and think, she's told me all these things and I just sort of, I was a watcher, but I wasn't a doer. Implement what I'm sharing with you. The whole point of these on a daily basis is that you can listen, you can learn, and then you can go and implement. So, you know, today's challenge for you is to create your schedule. Write out your daily schedule that's going to work best for you. I know it will change. Some days will be easier than others. That's how life is. But I want into your challenge, your task for today is write out your schedule. And then when I've posted this in our group, comment in the comments below to let me know that you've actually created your schedule. And if you want to share it with the group, even better, because then we can all see what you're, you know, how you're planning on running your day. But right now, focus on getting your mind into the right, you know, focus on getting the right mindset in order to treat this business like a business. If you want successful results, you have to treat it like a business. And like I said earlier, if you treat it like a hobby, you will get hobby results. If you treat it like a business, you'll be creating a legacy. And again, as I said yesterday, you cannot fail unless you quit working. You employ the 4 vital behaviors consistently, follow the business activity tracker that I added yesterday in our group. And if for whatever reason you can't find it, if you're listening to this video a few weeks down the line, make sure that you are following that daily. You will then create an awesome business. It's been repeated time and time and time again. The only reason you will not create a successful business is if you do not follow that tracker and if you don't do the daily behaviors. So on that, let me see your schedules, or if I'm not your immediate coach, share it with your immediate coach, your upline. If your upline is no longer working the business for whatever reason, share it in our group, share it with me, and I'd be glad to have a look through it and celebrate it with you. Have a fantastic rest of your day, friends, and let me see those schedules posted in the comments. Thanks a lot and catch you tomorrow.